The convert feature lines command will take feature lines extracted from a corridor, convert the information into 3D polylines, and place each 3D polyline on a unique layer based on the feature line name. This command only works with feature lines created by the Civil 3D Create Feature Line from Corridor command. Feature lines created by any other method are not compatible with the Convert Feature Lines command. The Convert Feature Lines command is developed and provided by MDT. Before I can use the Convert Feature Lines command, I need to extract my corridor feature lines into a specific template. To do that, I'm going to create a new drawing. It's going to start me out in the Start Templates folder. I'm going to go up one folder from there, and I'm going to go into this Miscellaneous folder. You'll see I have a CFL-miscellaneous drawing template. This is the one we need to use. And the reason we need to use this one is there's some settings in here to name the feature lines that are a little different than in other templates. Save. Now I'm just going to make sure that I'm in the right project because we'll need to reference in a corridor. I'm going to associate my drawing. Now I'm going to look for a corridor in my data shortcuts. And right click and create a reference. And the reason that we're referencing in a corridor and not using this command directly in a corridor file is because at the end we just want a drawing with our feature lines. We don't want anything else in the drawing. We want an extracted feature line drawing. I'm going to select, I'm not going to change anything here, I'm just going to select OK. We'll zoom out here. Brought in my alignment and my corridor down here. It's just a simple corridor. I'm going to go ahead and extract these feature lines now. We use the Civil 3D command for this. So if I go up to my Create Design panel here, my feature line menu, I have Create Feature Line from Corridor. I'll go ahead and click that. Somebody asked me if I want to select my corridor feature lines. I can select them all at once. I can select them region by region, or I could draw a polygon and it will only select the ones that are inside that polygon. For this demo, we're going to grab all of them, so I'll click all. You can see we get a dialog box here that shows the names of all of the feature lines, or the types of all the feature lines that are going to be extracted. So if I want to get detailed here, I can go in and check or uncheck specific ones if I know what I'm looking for. Or in this case, I want them all, so I'm just going to leave them all. Click Extract. First I'm going to click this Join Feature Lines in Adjacent Regions. This will combine any feature lines that are adjacent just to make my output a little simpler at the end on less feature lines. Click Extract. Now I'm going to delete my corridor reference from the drawing. And then I'm left with just the extracted feature lines. If I zoom in and grab one of these, go to my feature line properties, we take a look at the name. What it does is name these in the format. It's going to be the name of the feature code or point code. Then the side that the side of the alignment that the code is on. This is just going to add a sequential number because feature lines have to have unique names in a drawing. I'm going to go ahead and hit save now that I have my feature lines. Now I can run the convert feature lines command. I'm going to go up to my MDT design ribbon and over to the convert feature lines button and click that. So give me a message here just telling me again that it's only going to convert feature lines that are extracted from a corridor. Click OK. Then it asks me how I want to select. If I pick the select button here, I can individually pick feature lines, or I can click the all button and grab them all at once. That's what I'm going to do. Now if I go ahead and select one of these, you can see it's now a 3D polyline. It's no longer a feature line. My feature line properties are gone. We'll look at regular properties. And you'll see that what it did is it took the feature line name and used that to create a layer with that layer name, and then put the 3D polyline on that layer. So now it's on layer. It shows the point code, the side, and the number. Now if we go ahead and look at our layer list here, that could be desirable or not. Usually not. So if I go back to my Home tab, layer properties, you can see that I have a whole bunch of layers that are named the same but have a sequential number. And this is not ideal all the time. So in order to combine some of these layers and simplify this, we can use the layer merge command. And what the layer merge command, it takes all objects from your selected layers and then puts all those objects on another layer and then deletes the selected layers. So if I go to my Home tab, my layer panel, I hit the drop down. There's a merge button here. I can click that, or I can go to the command line, type in lay mrg for layer merge, and hit enter. It's going to ask me to select an object on the layer to merge or the name. So if I don't know the name of the layer, but I know certain objects that I want to combine on a layer, I can pick them manually here. Or if I know the name, I can just click name. So I know the name, I'm going to click it. And it's going to give me a list of my layer names here. So I notice there's a lot of these daylight rights. So let's see if we can't combine them all into one layer. So I'm going to select them all except for one. I'm going to leave this right 19 unselected, because what I'm going to do is merge all of these onto this 19. Click OK. It's going to repeat the selection process again if you want to keep picking. Otherwise, we can hit enter. We're just going to do those layers. Now it asks me to select an object on the target layer or the name of the target layer. Once again, if we want to pick the object manually, we can do that, or we can pick it by name. I'm going to click name. And then remember, the right 19 was the one that I left out, so we're going to merge onto this layer. And I click OK. It's giving me a warning here of what I'm going to do. I'm going to say yes, I want to continue. And then if we look at the command line here, you can see that it moved all the objects from those layers onto the target layer and then deleted the layers. So if we take a look at layer properties now, and we look for daylight right, you can see all the other layers that go on the daylight right. And now we can take this one and rename it just to daylight right without the number attached on the end. Then you can do that for other groups of layers in your drawings to clean it up a little more, depending on how many feature lines you have. It might take a little while, but it surely cleans it up.